Fortnite Chapter 5 is here with completely new UI changes for the in-game settings. There's new movement animations as well as gliding animations too. And finally, we've got some new keybinds. However, sadly, there's still no FOV slider in the game, nor a crosshair changer, which I've been asking for these two for literally years. I've even made like 2 different concepts. It doesn't really matter though, because if you go into the settings right now, you will see there's a ton of change. So firstly, visually, it looks completely different. They've obviously went with a more modern look. You can see it does look pretty different to the old settings. That was a lot more boxy. This has like transparency effects and stuff, and it just looks way more modern. On the left-hand side as well, there's this little like action box, which takes you directly to the settings that you want in literally one click, instead of having to like scroll and stuff, which I'm a massive fan of. In the old one, you literally had to like scroll all the way down. Now you can literally just go advanced graphics, and boom, you're right there. And another thing I noticed is they've actually zoomed in all the settings. I feel like they've done this a little bit too much. It feels like it's proper in your face, but at the same time you can read the descriptive text on the right hand side a lot easier now. It was quite small on the old one if I remember correctly. Aside from that though, going through all the settings, it doesn't seem like there's anything new. All these are pretty much the same. I don't see any sort of new settings in here. No new reticle changes or anything like that, or HUD options. Gyro, that pretty much looks the same even though I don't really use it. Same with the mouse and keyboard sensitivities, all of these are the same. The movement has changed, but the settings themselves have not. I believe these are exactly the same, but they definitely don't feel it in game, but more on that in a sec. We've also got the controller input options, which I'm not familiar with, but there's all the options right there. Oh, the controller mapping, this has changed. It looks completely different. Here's how it looked in the old one. I don't know how I feel about this. I'm not really familiar with controllers, but I like how we've got this on the left hand side. You can literally go emote, edit, build-in, general, all in one click. It's fantastic. And finally, we've got the keybinds, which again have changed slightly visually, but there's been 2 new like keybinds added. There's force walk toggle, and then there's force walk hold. This is something I highly recommend unbinding right now, as by default it is actually binded. But yeah, with keybinds it's great because it does have a action button, so you can go to combat, build-in, communication, emote, and it's just way better than having to scroll down manually each time. I think this is honestly one of the best changes in the setting menu. Moving on from that though, we've got the brand new animations. They've improved the animations of things like transitioning from walking to running, changing directions of your character, and then also using a weapon as well. And you can see what it looks like. The left is the old one and the right is the new one. I'm not really a fan. In game it feels really like slowed down, as if like they've slowed down the pace of the walking and stuff. It just feels really weird. It's something you've got to try yourselves. I know on Twitter as well, people have been saying that it affects their building. You can see on screen it does look a lot different than what it used to. And another thing you can actually do is go into creative right now and pull up the phone, and when you've got that out, that is actually the old movement, so you can really see the difference. In addition to that, they've got the glider animations, which I actually prefer the new ones. I just think they look way more fluid and just better, to be fair. I'm a massive fan. And the final thing I want to mention is the fact that you can now scale enemy structures. Now when walls are built by players, they'll actually have this plank where you can climb up, and you can see this video from Twitter how crazy this can actually be. You'll notice when you make a build now, it has like a little ledge that you can like climb on. But yeah, that's basically all the new settings in Chapter 5. If you found it helpful, feel free to drop a like on it, drop a sub on the channel, and also consider using my code to buy the brand new Battle Pass or to buy anything in the item shop. That's all from me though. Check out my other videos on screen right now.